What's going on, fellas? So I shot this video.
Got them talking about my next move. They be talking about my next woo. I got them talking about my next move. Who that? I got them talking about my next move. Who that? I got them talking about my next move. Who that? I got them talking about my next move.
And a couple days later, all of a sudden, I'm having some success. I'm happy. I got a nice video out. It's really working. I invented the Blitz all by myself. I get DMs from people wanting to collab now. I get AntCap24, not trying to brag or anything, but it was a pretty cool thing. He reached out. He asked me to join the Smart Madden team, all basically because of this one Blitz. But then... leave it to the guy with the handle Rim Hat, Mr. Rim Hat, to be the only one to make any sense. No, but in all seriousness, fellas, I want to do a follow-up video to this Blitz. It's a very successful video for me. I don't even have 3,000 subscribers yet, and it's got almost 10,000 views. 10,000 views in the game of things is nothing, because this Blitz should be the #1 meta Blitz being ran by every single Madden player in the game. And I'm sure people are running it out there, but it's one of the best Blitzes I've ever labbed up. And I wanted to kind of summarize it for y'all and give you more game footage like people are asking for of it actually working. And then I also want to stress the importance of mixing it into your defensive scheme and not relying on just one play. Maybe Madden 25, Madden 16, maybe even into a Madden 17. Get away with running one play the entire game. It's my firm belief that that's not the way Madden is anymore, especially when you start playing high-level players. You have to mix it up. You have to confuse your opponent. It's a true game of chess, and that's why we all love Madden. Dude, let's get into the blitzes. So guys, the purpose of today's video is to really just give you an uncut, raw look behind the scenes, sometimes not so pretty, of how this scheme unfolds against a real opponent. Give you more of a feel of how it goes down in a real game against a really high-level opponent. You know, when you win your first Super Bowl and you get 8 wins in a row, you start playing some really good players. And also I want to break down a few offensive plays and schemes and just show you all that this stuff really does work. I know I have some doubters, but not only that, even if you didn't doubt me, it's not always about that. I just really want to show you how to mix it in and confuse your opponent and really start playing the game of chess, and how effective this Blitz really can be. I don't think people are using it like to its full potential, I want to say. So I just want to do a quick follow-up video and show you how to really utilize and maximize the effectiveness of this Blitz. Another reason I wanted to do the follow-up video, fellas, is because I feel like I rambled a little bit on the first video setup. So I want to give you a more clear understanding of how to set this Blitz up correctly. This is the big nickel over G formation. It's the cover 3 sky. I'll show you which side to run it to, but it's a baseline. Pinch your D-line in, slant them inside, and spread your linebackers. And then the only other thing you have to do is QB contain. So once again, it's just base a line, pinch and crash your D-line down, then spread your linebackers. When you spread them, they will switch positions. And then you need the linebacker on the left of the screen to be in a blitz. So you can do that manually and blitz him individually. I like to just double tap R1 for the linebackers and blitz all by clicking down on the right stick, and then you don't have to worry about blitzing him individually. And you're also either gonna blitz your user linebacker, run down towards the line of scrimmage, and then run back up. You can leave him in a blitz, or you can QB spy him and hover near the line of scrimmage. In the gameplay footage that I'm going to break down for you in detail, I was using the QB spy, and it was working very effectively. So I hope that's more clear of a breakdown of the setup, and I'll also you know, dissect and mention how I'm setting it up as we go through this gameplay.
I love the way you touch me, but only through the touch screen.
So it's the big nickel over G, and the play is flipped. If you forget which way is flipped, just run it to the side where the linebacker, the purple zone, is closest to the line of scrimmage. So right here on 1st and 10, he tries to run the ball. I have the blitz set up, and guess what? It stuffs the run as well. So I get him to 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here. Look at that thing screaming off the edge, boys. If you follow my setup, if you watch my tendencies and how I move these people around, this blitz will start working for you. Let me break into detail how I run these schemes, give you a little kind of behind the scene look of how I'm making these plays work online right now. I'm 8-0 right now in my salary, 8 games in a row, playing some really high level players now, and this blitz is my backbone, it is my crutch, it is the staple to my defense that's holding it all together. Don't worry, boys, I do have some clips coming up of how he does end up beating the blitz, how to beat this blitz, and the few times how he does attack me. But right here I want to show you how I send him into the half. I sack him on 1st down. 2nd down I drop into my cover 2 or my cover 4 shell. If you haven't watched the cover 4 setup, it's the best pass defense in the game right now. It's 2 videos ago on my channel. It's got the orange thumbnail. Absolute best cover 4, and you can mix it in with this over G formation and mix in that cover 4. So look how I send him to half. I sack him, I drop into cover 4, and I sack him again. So I came out of the locker room kind of upset that I was still down 7 points, boys. So I went back out, first play, ran my 1-play money play, and absolute shredded him. It's an absolute 1-play money play, and that setup is live on my Patreon channel. So we just tied the game up. We're feeling pretty good. What else are we going to do but send some more heat, fellas? And I just wanted to point out here, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to make them think that both guys are covered. I kind of hovered over the middle. I'll show you here another play. You kind of just try to bait them, and you really got to hold them off for about a second, maybe 2 seconds, and this blitz is going to get the sack. Right here, baited him right into a throw. The pressure from the blitz was coming. He had to make a decision, and he made the wrong one. Cam Chancellor, that's the 86 overall Cam Chancellor. My team's not super juiced up, fellas. I don't even have anybody in the 90s. My Mike Vick is only 89. So it's not a super juiced up team, but we are holding our own with this scheme. And this is just a little 2-play preview to more schemes on my Patreon play. Check this out. That play I just showed you, and then this one, it attacks both sides of the field. It's a great little scheme to really start gaining some big yards. This right here is Arizona Cardinals playbook. Shotgun bunch strong, and that play is zone a drive. I just motioned the R1 receiver to the left. Haven't actually done anything on that play yet. Have a few plays on my Patreon channel out of this formation, but I think I'm actually going to drop this video next because this play is absolutely deadly and it's one of my favorites. So this is my very next game after making the first guy quit. I want to walk you through an entire drive. Pay attention to what he does here. He's in a pistol bunch, or might just be a shotgun bunch, and I leave my user on the blitz, like I mentioned before. That's one of the setups, and I ran down towards the line of scrimmage, but by the time I ran back up, it was too late. So this is one way to attack it. You can attack it out a bunch, send one guy on a streak, one guy on a drag. It's going to be hard to use or both of those, but as I show you here, set it up like you're going to blitz again and just go into a cover 2. And it's just a chess game of going back and forth because he's going to have to send a lot of routes on the field to beat that blitz, and you could start playing them in coverage with both cover 2. I like hard flatten them because they're going to try to drag a lot to beat this blitz. And then also the cover 4 setup is absolutely deadly, especially if you put the linebackers into hard flat. Then right here I just go into a dollar blitz that I actually haven't covered yet. People like, it's pretty popular. There's some different versions of it. I have my own version of it. Just really want to walk you through the cat and mouse game that I'm playing with these opponents and show you here what happens when you get your opponent frustrated. He starts throwing into coverage. He thinks the heat's coming. No, I'm just dropping back into a cover 4. And it's just a completely frustrating thing when you're having a blitz this effective and you're sending it. Now, can you send it every single play? No, of course not. And that's the highlight of this video, to show you how to mix it in. But can you send it 25 times a game effectively? Yes, you can. So next up, fellas, this is the same game. Due to some bad clock management, I gave him the ball back on the north side of the 2-minute warning, but this is the very next play. I set in the heat again, right? This is the same nickel blitz. Actually, it looks like I blitzed the corner by accident, but look at that bait. The very next play, I got him so frustrated he threw another interception. So that's it for today's video, fellas. I hope this helped clear a few things up. I'm going to put some links on the screen to the original nickel blitz. Also a link to my Patreon channel. Any little bit helps, fellas. I even have a $1 tier on there that would help me out if a few of you signed up for. And just really, I want to know what y'all want me to do next. What kind of videos do you want to see? What kind of advice do you want to see from me moving forward on my YouTube channel? Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your Madden season.